Hello everyone, we're back with another walkthrough video, this time about Valorant, how to do the map ban process, how to set up the lobby, and get started into a match. You'll notice on the match pages, but also here on the general competition page for Valorant, there under the rules and agreement section is a link to the Valorant one-pager. This is the same document that is posted on Discord and in the coach's shared folder as PDFs. This one is just native to League OS. So this is probably the easiest one to be using on match day instead of having to go another spot. So it's on your match page under rules and resources at the tab at the top, but it's also here. So if we look at this document, important for us are a few things. We're playing best of ones in the regular season. That's going to last between half an hour and an hour, depending on how close the match is. For playoffs, that will switch to a best of three, so keep that in mind. Playoff matches can be significantly longer as playoffs go on because we play best of three. Probably the most involved process for setting up your Valorant lobby is the pick ban process for matches. So here under map selection, these maps are the ones that are going to be used. This is the current competitive pool in Valorant. There are rumors from leaked patch notes that this is going to be changing in October, the end of October. We don't want that to be occurring during season, so even if there are changes to the competitive pool, this is the pool that we will use for ice and matches for the fall season. We'll reevaluate for spring. The way you can do this is there's a link here in the one-page rules in all of its forms. When you click that, it'll load the map ban website. Basically, the first step is to create the map pool that we're going to be using from that list. So you can just go through and check the ones we're using. We're using Sunset, Abyss, Ascent, Icebox, Bind, Haven, and Lotus. So there should be 7 maps, and you can make sure that we have the 7 selected that we want and hit submit. In the regular season, we're doing best of 1, so this is what you'll click on. In playoffs, you're doing best of 3, so you use that once we get to varsity playoffs. So for now, we'll do best of 1. Next, you're presented with the screen that's got links and asks for definitions of Team 1 and Team 2. If we go back to the one-page rules, in the regular season, we're going to do a coin flip for Team 1 and Team 2. There is a channel on the Discord server that uses a bot for coin flip. So one of the coaches can decide to call heads or tails. The other coach will use that bot to do a coin flip. If neither of you are in Discord, you can figure out another way to do that coin flip. You can use another website or whatever that looks like to decide who is Team 1 or who is Team 2. So the winner of the coin flip is going to be Team 1. The loser will be Team 2. In playoffs, that changes a little bit. The higher seed, meaning the lower number, team is going to be Team 1 because they should have the advantage in those playoff matches. Team 1 is the one that should be creating this site and sharing links. So then we'll come back over to the map ban site. If I won the coin flip, then I would come in here and I would name Team 1 Snyder, hit start banning, and my opponent would be Team 2. I like picking on Carmel. Carmel and Snyder have a good rivalry, so we'll say we're playing Carmel this week and we'll name Carmel Team 2. What I would do then is I would either open this link on my computer or share it to my students, whatever that looks like. I would take the opponent's link and copy it, go back to League OS and drop it in chat for them to be able to view. You can also use this viewer link if you wish to be able to share publicly. Maybe parents are watching, maybe on your live stream you want to integrate this browser source. This link will not allow any choices to be made. It'll just view along the process. So once we're done with that, this is my page for my Snyder ban. It says at the top, I have to ban the next map. So what I would do is I would come in and let's say we don't want to play Haven this week. Carmel will do the same thing on their end. They can see that I've banned Haven. Maybe they'll come in and ban Sunset, and we'll alternate back and forth, working with our teams to ban the maps that we don't want to play. Eventually what will happen is we'll be left with one map. So in this case it's Lotus. Team 1 gets to choose the last map, effectively which one is being played and which one isn't. Team 2 then gets to pick the side if they want to attack or defend first. Once all those choices are made, you'll see on the given map Snyder is defending, hence the castle fortress icon, and Carmel is attacking first on the map Lotus. What you would do is then go into the client and begin setting up that match. So you'll create a custom lobby. If you go to play, at the top, custom game is what we want. There are a few options here for team 1 that's setting up the lobby. You'll want to make sure you choose your map. I already forgot, frankly, what was chosen, so it looks like we're playing Lotus. You can always go back here and look if you happen to close it out. So my Snyder team will be on defense on Lotus. Carmel will be attack on Lotus. So we'll change that map. You'll want to make sure your players are on the right side and the opposing players are on the right side. Up at the top, it should default to US Central. If not, make sure you change the Central server in Illinois. That's the closest one for everyone in the state. Mode needs to be set on standard. And then under options, allow cheat should be off. Tournament mode and overtime win by 2 should be on. Play out all rounds and hide match history should be off. From there, if there are coaches or spectators, you want to make sure they are in the right spots. If the school has been a verified streaming school by filling out the verification Google form for streaming, they are allowed on their designated accounts to be in the Observer tab. The only time there should be observers here is when that Google form has been verified. We will publish that verification once the season is ready to start, so you can check and see, yes, this team is actually verified, or no, they are not. If there's an issue with this, reach out to the IEN Board of Directors. You can ping us in Match Chat or in Discord, and then we'll inject ourselves into that situation and help it get resolved. If your school or the opponent school has not done that verification process, you need to be under coach. That makes sure that you can only spectate your team. So make sure that you have that understanding in place. Once everyone is ready to go, common courtesy is just to ask if the opponents are ready in match chat or in League OS, and once you have verification, you can start the match. So the big things here to remember are all of the resources you need are on your Valorant one-pager here on League OS, either on the match page or in the generic competition. I can show you real quick where that match page, where it is on the match page. So if we load into any match page, you don't see it on the main page directly. You need to go to Resources, and then under the Resources tab at the top is the Valorant one-pager. Once you're there again, the link is here. Input the maps, and then share these links with the opponents. If you need help with that, let us know. But it would be good to practice this with your team before matches start, just so everyone can make sure they understand how the process will work. As always, let us know if you have any questions. We're happy to help.